Lesson 196. It can be but myself I crucify. When this is firmly understood and kept in full awareness, this sentence is just, it can be but myself, just myself I crucify. If there is anybody I can crucify, just myself. It can be but myself I crucify. If this is firmly understood and kept in full awareness, you will not attempt to harm yourself nor make your body slave to vengeance. You will not attack yourself, and you will realize that to attack another is but to attack yourself. We have to really realize that the idea will not leave their source. The thought never leaves the source. If the attack thought is harbored in our mind, that attack thought attack our mind first. It does not attack others, because we are so profoundly connected with one another. So if whenever we judge others, whenever we blame others, whenever we condemn others, we disconnect ourselves from the oneness with them. So we end up suffering. We are the one who get to suffer. And so to attack another is but to attack yourself. You'll be free of the insane belief that to attack a brother saves yourself. So in our egoic mind, in the part of our split wrong mind, there is a belief that to attack a brother saves yourself. This is insane belief, but that belief is in our split mind. So you will understand, if we truly 100% understand this, that it can be but myself I crucify, you will understand that his safety is your own safety. In his healing, you are healed. Perhaps at first you will not understand how mercy, limitless and with all things held in his sure protection, can be found in the idea we practice for today, but it may in fact appear to be a sign that punishment can never be escaped. Like ego would think that, okay, if I attack you, then I'll get attacked by you. If I speak bad things about you, I will be attacked by you too. I'll be criticized by you. This is a simple thing like that, So, so it may in fact appear to be a sign to the ego that punishment can never be escaped, because the ego, under what it sees as a threat, is quick to cite the truth to save its lies. But meaning is much more profound. Yet ego must fail to understand the truth it uses thus. But you can learn to see these foolish applications and deny the meaning they appear to have. Thus, you also teach that your mind, that you are not an ego body, separate entity from one another. By denying this foolish application, you also teach your mind that you are not an ego, you are not a body, separate entity from one another. We are mind, we are the spirit, we are all connected. So for the ways in which the ego would distort the truth will not deceive you longer. You will not believe that you are body to be crucified, and you will see within today's idea the light of resurrection, looking past all thoughts of crucifixion and of death to thoughts of liberation and of life. Once we understand and see the connections and the oneness that we all have profoundly with one another, we are going to stop attacking. We are going to just stop attack on another, because it's insane. To attack another is to attack myself. So today's idea is one step we take in leading us from bondage to the state of perfect freedom. Let us take this step today, that we may quickly go the way salvation shows us, taking every step in its appointed sequence as the mind relinquishes the egoic burdens, egoic blocks one by one. It is time. It is not time we need for this. It is but willingness to follow Holy Spirit's guidance. But for what would seem to need 1,000 years can easily be done in just one instant by the grace of God. The dreary and hopeless thought that you can make attacks on others and escape yourself has nailed you to the cross. This thought, this dreary, hopeless thought that you can make attacks on others and you escape yourself from the consequence has nailed you to the cross. Perhaps it seemed to be salvation, but yet it merely stood for the belief that fear of God is real. What is that? What is the fear of God but hell? The fear of God is actually hell. Who could believe his father is his deadly enemy and separate from him and waiting to destroy his life and blot him out from the universe without the fear of hell upon his heart? Such is the form of madness you believe if you accept the fearful thought that you can attack another and you be free yourself. Until this form is changed, there is no hope. Until you see that this at least must be entirely impossible, how could there be escape? The fear of God is real to anyone who thinks this thought is true. He will not perceive its foolishness, nor even see that it is there so that it would be possible to question it. To question it at all, its form must first be changed at least as much as will permit fear of retaliation to abate, and the responsibility for your thought return to some extent to you. From there, you can at least consider if you want to go along this painful path. What is painful path? Painful path is following the ego's thought system and making the fear of God appear real. This is a painful path. Painful path is, just living the way the ego leads you. This is a painful path. Until this shift has been accomplished, what is the shift? Taking the responsibility for your thoughts, okay? Until this shift has been accomplished, you cannot perceive that it is by your thoughts that bring you fear, and your deliverance depends on you taking the responsibility for your thoughts, okay? Our next steps will be easy if you take this one today. From there, we go ahead quite rapidly. Once we really start taking responsibility for our thoughts, our steps go very rapidly. But once you understand it is impossible that you be hurt except by your own thought, we get hurt by our own thoughts. And the fear of God must disappear. You do not now believe that fear is caused without. And God, whom you had thought to banish from your mind, can be welcomed back within the holy mind he never left. Salvation song can certainly be heard in the idea we practice for today. If it can but be you crucify, you did not hurt the world, and you don't need to fear its vengeance and pursuit, nor need you hide in terror from the deadly fear of God projection hides behind. The thing you dread the most is your salvation. You are strong, and it is strength you want. And you are free and glad of freedom, and you have sought to be both weak and bound, because you fear your strength and freedom. Your salvation lies in them, meaning your salvation lies in your strength and freedom as a son of God. There is an instant in which terror seems to creep. The terror seems to creep your mind so wholly that escape appears quite hopeless. When you realize once for all that it is you fear, the mind perceives itself as split, and this had been concealed why you believed attack could be directed outward and returned from outside to within. It seemed to be an enemy outside you had to fear. Thus, the God of fear outside yourself became your mortal enemy, the source of fear. Now, an instant, is a murderer perceived within you. The murderous ego, okay? The murder is on the mind of ego. This murderous ego perceived within you, eager for your death, intent on plotting punishment for you until the time when the ego can kill you at last. Yet, in this instant, is a time as well in which salvation comes. The fear of God has disappeared, and you can call on Him to save you from illusions in His love, calling Him Father and calling yourself His Son. Pray that this instant may be soon today. Step back from fear and make advance to love. There is no thought of God that does not go with you to help you to reach that instant of fear. We have to pass through that instant of fear, and then we have to go beyond, and to go beyond the moment of fear quickly and surely and forever. When the fear of God is gone, we pass that, and there are no obstacles that still remain between you and the holy peace of God. How kind and merciful is this idea we practice. Give it welcome, as you should, for it is your release. It is indeed, but your mind can try to crucify, yet your redemption too will come from you.